natural initiation from something like the Clockwork, and you don't have that early power spike, can keep that same pace up for game number 2. As well, you rush the Midas. That is how core orders tend to go, like, based on experience.
Almost dying. Verify will not be good enough. MJZ are the ones to return the favor. So OG got the first blood last time around. Now Madara forced to take a lot of damage. They even get the Curse of Avernus off. He will time walk. He'll have to time walk away with half HP, and MJZ will rotate around, forcing the TP out now. And that is a disgusting start if I've ever seen one for a Faceless Void.
Oh yeah, not going to be a good time for Madara.
Of course, up at the top lane, you do see MNZ on the gyrocopter again. He'll have MJZ there, but MJZ going to be in trouble now as he does get fire blasted up. Sibi blocking the way, and the Frost Shield won't block enough damage to allow him to survive. They almost end up getting a trade in Z-Freak, but he'll salve up now and be perfectly fine. As I say, that bot lane, Matthew, going to be chased down now by Madara. Phase shift will be there, but Madara is still chasing him down with an Orb of Venom. And that'll be a very, very easy kill for the Faceless Void. And immediately just TP back down to the lane and keep farming up. And I was wondering when the tip was going to come in. There it is. It's top lane. There are a lot of low heroes right now. Sibi was trying to go after MNZ. They almost ended up finding Z-Freak on the Rubik. Meanwhile, apparently Matthew gets Peksu down at the bot lane, but MJZ again going to be chased down. Sibi does pick up the kill on the Ogre. Now Z-Freak going to try and run away, but Rocket Barrage is there. Still, it's being shared between himself and Sibi. And Sibi again with another Fire Blast. Z-Freak, he doesn't have mana for the Fade Bolt, but it may not matter. MNZ, he does finally claim the kill, but Sibi will be able to essentially get a trade. The gold is split, but this is just such a huge win for OG.Seed. This Ogre, he's going to be a pretty big concern if this keeps up.
Definitely. He's having a good time up top. I think the biggest thing is that he slowed down the farm from this gyrocopter considerably, to the point that we're not going to be seeing that excellent timing we saw in game number 1. It's still not too bad just yet, but it's going to be a rougher time to recover from this one.
Bot lane, they ended up losing the Abaddon, almost lost the puck. But Leo Style now going to rotate over. He does have Rolling Thunder and the Javelin, and it's going to be a very easy pick off onto the Ogre, and now Z-Freak going to try and run away. In fact, he's actually juking them out quite nicely in that tree line. Homing Missile is going to be there though. MNZ should have the lockdown and damage. Z-Freak, he delays it a little bit, but eventually does lose his life. Regardless, Frank also goes down at the bot lane, or the Leo-style Pango go up top. And speaking of top, Sibi falling quite low, but they have rotations, and MMZ is going to get caught out. Really has nowhere to go but down, and Z-Freak will be traded in return as Leo-style now does commit the Rolling Thunder once again. He does grab Peksu on the Grimstroke. There's just nowhere for Peksu to go, or maybe there is. He doesn't actually stop rolling.
From the hero, and that is something that Thunder Predator has to keep in mind. They have to play a fast game here.
Fire Blast top lane. They're going to find this Lynch, and MJZ will go for the Startling Gaze just to hold Z-Freak in. Meanwhile, Madara gets Matthew down to the bot lane, but Sibi going to stun up this Gyrocopter. Looks like Leo Star has actually died, and they will allow the Abaddon to TP out. Though MNZ still going to be in trouble. Still going to be chased down. In fact, never mind. They let him go.
Off the back of Madara.
Oh, Madara. He just time walked. Silence going to be there. He won't have time walk for another 7 seconds. And Thunder Predator only needs a couple hundred gold. As Frank going to get hit by this torrent. Doesn't have borrowed time available. He skills it up, but he was already dead. And it's really unfortunate. He was trying to skill it up mid-air, I believe, during the torrent, but it was just too much damage from Chessie. He does end up losing his life. Chessie going to show himself. This could be very dangerous. Leo style jumps in but misses the swashbuckle. He'll go for the Rolling Thunder, but the boat already came out. He's going to tank up that Kunkka quite a bit. Even Sibi copping a stun on the way out. We'll throw an Ignite. That'll be it. Thunder Predator, they understand they can't force this fight. Chessie, he's going to have a look around for this puck. Matthew, he'll silence himself down the hill.
Rounding movement here.
Yeah, Chessie, he has the boat. Do they really have the damage? They're still going to chase him down. They get the Curse of Avernus off, but there's Sibi with the Fire Blast onto Frank. Rolling Thunder now, but the Soulbind comes out and he's stuck on the spot. He'll have to try and run away, but the Chrono comes out. Madara, he catches both of them into the torrent and the boat of Chessie. This is really bad for Thunder Predators. They are going to continue to be chased down. Still Chain Frost bouncing around, but now Z-Freak. He's a cube just rolling around. This isn't how physics works, John, but it does in Dota, as they do end up finding MNZ, and it looks like Madara does get MJZ.
But now as the game goes on, and they are
Mid
trying to
lane.
make a move on Matthew, but
Matthew does get jumped on, but Leo style, he gets killed off. And just while we have a moment, John, Sibi's actually going for an Aghanim Scepter on this core Ogre.
OG.Seed, and they might be able to catch Matthew out this time around.
Well, here it comes again, the rolling cube. They do get Matthew very easily. Well, Z-Freak does spot him out as he tries to run down for a bounty rune, gets lifted up. It is only Z-Freak, so I don't think he'll have the damage, and MJZ will successfully TP out on the Lich.
Leo style.
Although, who have they caught? Leo style on the Pangolier. Looks like he was trying to go after a bounty rune, but ends up paying for it. Doesn't get it anyway.
Yeah, that's a bit rough. They keep losing Leo style like this. He's not having the best game right now, at the very least in this mid game. He's not having a great time. 3-4.
Bot lane, they found the Void with the Dream Call. They have a double damage there on the puck as well. They're throwing everything at Madara, but he just got his BKB up as they tried to make that play. And Matthew,
Bash.
there it is, eventually comes out. And that is just very unfortunate timing. Madara literally just got the courier with the BKB up. As top lane, at least they're going to find Peksu on the Grimstroke, or maybe they won't. Soulbind comes out with the Inkswalk connecting onto 3. Peksu just going to run away like this.
No.
Swashbuckle, he will get him eventually.
Pangolins do like the forest, so makes perfect enough sense. Still OGS in the Roche pit. No contestation coming out from Thunder Predator. And that is going to be a free Roche going the way of Radiant side.
Free Roche indeed. OG.Seed take it with absolutely no kind of counter coming out from Thunder Predator. That'll give them a 12k net worth lead. And we'll have a quick look at the win probability now, and it is currently sitting at 87% the way of the Radiant. So I would say is fairly accurate, just based off how this game's going. Top lane, they are going to make a jump onto Leo style, and he was just trying to push out the waves. The tips come out immediately from OG.Seed.
Try to go a bit more aggressive. They've got the Mjolnir up on Madara. They've got Aegis up as well.
Oh, Matthew. Sibi just sneaks up behind him. Just stands there looking at him for a second and then stuns him up, and Matthew just could not react. With the mid-tier 2 now. Madara, he has Chrono, he has Aegis, he has BKB and Mjolnir. He's feeling very, very confident to try and go for this push, though. Leo threatening with the Rolling Thunder, but not quite throwing it out yet. Now Frank jumping in, and Borrowed Time will be procced. Rolling Thunder, they really want Madara, but again the Soulbind into the Chrono and the boat. He's just stuck in the air right now. This is such an awkward position for Leo style. Still, he does manage to barely walk away, or maybe not. The bashes come out from Madara. Chain Frost. They do get Z-Freak on the Rubik. Sibi also falling quite low on the Ogre. He turns around for one final Fire Blast, but it's not going to be enough to take down the Lich. And Matthew going to chase after the Grimstroke. They have no way to cancel the TP. But I guess if you're Thunder Predator, you'd still be pretty satisfied with that.
Definitely. Like, you forced the buyback out from the Pangolier.
Having a look back over to MNZ, who we haven't really looked at in a while. In fact, never mind, because Leo style... Sibi again catching out the Pango in the same spot. And mid lane, MJZ goes down on the Lich.
Having a real good time. They will go into that high ground. They force the buyback out from the Lich. But the Pangolier has been buyback.
X going to be there. The Abaddon will get the Borrowed Time off. Madara just going to hit away at that tier 3 as they do get an X-Torrent boat onto that Abaddon, and he is going to get bursted down very quickly. You've got Chrono back up in 5 seconds to boot. So OG.Seed may find no reason to leave this mid lane. Frost Shield will slow things down a little bit, but no, they're going to feel confident enough. They keep going and they get the Chrono straight onto that Gyrocopter. The startling gaze is going to slow things down for Madara. He'll just BKB up. BKB there from the Gyro, but they get soulbinded anyway. And Madara, he's just not done, just bashing away, and eventually does find the kill onto MNZ. They found Frank again as well on the Abaddon. And now you've got Madara back up. At least Sibi does go down, and perhaps they even lose Peksu. In fact, never mind. He's going to survive. The boat flies in, and Matthew does go. Leo Style will clean up the Grimstroke, but it doesn't matter. He's been X'd up. There was no torrent from Chessie. He had no mana for it. And you know what? Thunder Predator, they hold on to that mid-rax. Chessie looks to set up now on MNZ. Torrent is going to connect. Madara doesn't have Chrono to use. This could be a very dangerous team fight for OG. Thunder Predator, though, knowing the Chrono's down, may want to try and force this. As they do, Matthew will jump in. Dreamcall committed onto 2, but the boat flying in again. And Leo Style, he just cops a boat straight to the face. Now they'll go after MNZ. Again, the bash is coming out from Madara. And MNZ, it really doesn't matter if you have a BKB, as they're just going to bash you through it. It's a 3-for-1 trade. Frank is still being chased down. Sibi finds Matthew on the puck. And there's Frank getting X'd up. Chessie will not connect with the torrent. But there's 4 heroes down with no buyback, and that's going to be a guaranteed Rax, maybe even 2.
Yeah, they've got the double damage up on Madara as well. So they could probably just rush, I suppose, if they wanted, but it looks like they will play it safe. Go for the Raxus instead. It's going to be a fairly quick take once the creeps are in. In fact, they're going for tier 4s, really.
Yeah, there's a Deso coming out on Chessie. He'll just X back, get the Deso up, and yeah, with the double damage, with the Bloodlust, it looks like they are going to have enough. And that's it. There's no way to defend this. The DC immediately from Leo Style, the GG's been called, and that is it. A 1-to-1 Chrono around the Ancient, just in case the Ancient intended on trying to run away. And so, a 1-to-1 between Thunder Predator and OG.Seed.